Here we have the current stock market analysis for SOFI Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the 4-hour time frame. Each candle on this price chart represents a 4-hour trading period. And as we can see now, we're just now starting to recover some of the prior losses that we're seeing following this most recent earnings report from SoFi. So, overall, what we have seen here once again is sort of a, 2 steps forward, maybe, 2 steps backward, maybe 2 steps forward type of thing, where, you see these major declines and then you have to do a lot of work here just to get back to the starting point. So that is where we are now once again. I mean, we have finally recovered those losses. And the overall YTD performance for this name is seen at 17.3%, which is still, even with these price movements, lagging behind the S&P 500, which is a bit over 23.3%. And what you'll notice here is that in yesterday's video, I didn't do this measurement here. I've been as generous as I possibly can be with these overall performance figures. I wasn't measuring the stock from these lows, which would have come in, was this 963? I believe it was 963. So, I wasn't even looking at the stock from those low points. Every time that I give you cult members, these figures, it's always at the most attractive point possible. I don't want people getting angry at me because they think that I'm, being biased in relation to this stock. I mean, if anything, I've been pretty generous, I think, in my view. So, what we're looking at the moment here is the stock has been able to simply recover its prior losses. And I think that we can now put to bed this argument that, there is no resistance in this area. I mean, let's just look at this price chart again, just for sort of educational purposes here. The prior arguments that I was having to deal with on this channel was that, these two situations here, 1049 and 1170, the argument here was that, there's not much resistance here because there's not much price action here. Well, no, that's the exact wrong way of looking at these things. A sharp rejection like this suggests that there's more resistance, not less resistance. The idea here seemed to be that more price action in this area seems to mean that there's more resistance. Completely false, totally misled. Need to go back to school here because this is just completely incorrect. Couldn't be more wrong. What this does tell you is that there is tremendous resistance in this area. This is what's called a very forceful reaction. You start to approach 1170, the market is not interested in buying the stock at that level, and share prices quickly start to diminish and decline. What that tells you is that resistance is quite forceful. It's not very weak. I couldn't even believe I read that. I mean, how could it be that incorrect? The way things are at the moment, we have finally now recovered those prior losses. So we sort of took 2 steps back and now 2 steps forward, and we're just sort of at the starting point here once again, even with positive earnings. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the technicals are important. They do matter. I'm not going to continue to, sort of rehash, the same information over and over again. So, as things currently stand here, the main level to watch now to the downside has been fairly solidified here. At $9.63. I do think that that's the main level to be watching to the downside. If share prices were to break below there, I think that the stock would be in a severe amount of trouble. And then we would really have to start to look at this trend wave in terms of pullback support zones rather than potential levels to watch to the top side. It is a good idea. It is a good development here, I should say, for share prices to be encountering this two-way price action, though, because this does actually give us more information. I mean, if you just see share prices move in one direction, yeah, the cult members really love it. They love seeing things go to the moon, but that's a very, juvenile sort of social media platform way of looking at things. You do need to see an ebb and flow in the market. You do need to see upward price movements and then pullbacks. You need to see share prices base themselves at higher levels and things like that. You don't want to simply see share prices just rocket to the moon. So the suggestion that, even a positive earnings figure was going to simply continue this momentum and just sort of throw gasoline on the fire and send share prices above that 1170 level. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to form a base. You need to form higher bases. That's how these things actually work. That's how people that are actually mature about trading the market look at these things. So, as it currently stands here, I would say that the overall momentum here on this time frame, this is the 4-hour price chart at the moment. So I would still feel comfortable calling this positive momentum here, because as we can see, we have seen some slight breaches below this trend line here, but for the most part, they have seen bounces that followed, and this has been orderly enough for me to believe that these would really just be false breaks to the downside. Currently, what we have seen here also is another bounce from this area. So I do think that sort of validates or strengthens this momentum reading as being valid. So I do think that it's still in place, but at the same time, we're starting to reapproach those overbought levels once again. The question here is whether or not we're going to break through those prior highs. I would say at the moment this looks like we probably will break through those prior highs, because we're not yet in overbought territory. So this does suggest that we still have some further room to extend to the top side before becoming overextended. What would cause me to probably reverse that outlook would be if share prices fell enough to break through this trend line and then to signify the end of that trading momentum that had been seen previously. So that would be sort of the warning signal. And then if that did occur here, that on its own would be a major development, because it would then really solidify this level right around 1140 as being a major level of resistance. At the moment, I think that this does look like we break through here. I mean, I do think that there is still enough positive momentum here to continue sending share prices through that resistance level, and we're not yet overbought, so that is encouraging. You do still have to contend with this prior 1170 level. If we see enough of a base that's starting to form just below here, I would then feel a lot more confident with the possibility that share prices do move through there. But as we can see, momentum doesn't just beget more momentum. It doesn't. You don't just sort of throw gasoline on the fire. At some point, these trends become overextended, and even with a positive earnings report, which is what we did see yesterday, it wasn't enough to send share prices higher. This movement had overextended itself, and we did need to see a period of retracement before you were able to see another run higher. So here's the current stock market update for SOFI Technologies, stock ticker SOFI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.